Bill Gates basically built a bunker on every single property that he has. He tunneled under the ground. He went to the houses. His bunkers on average were about $5 million a piece. And my understanding is he did 11 of them. My type of bunker that I usually make is a pre-manufactured bunker. We make it out of steel. We make it in a factory. We put it on a truck and we transport it. And then we set up a crane. We pick it up. We set it down on a concrete.
Okay, I don't know why nobody's talking about this, but this is like a must share. Tucker Carlson recently had a guest who is a former housing official. I'll get into more about her background. That she claims that the U.S. government has secretly diverted $21 trillion to build an underground city network for the rich and powerful.
What? What?
She claims that the U.S. government has secretly diverted $21 trillion to build an underground city network for the rich and powerful in case of a near extinction event.
Oh, hell no!
But there is a history of near extinction events. And one of the things that I've looked at, because I'm trying to figure out, when between fiscal 1998 and fiscal 2015, there were 21 trillion of undocumentable adjustments in the U.S. government. If you go to our website, missingmoney.solera.com, we have years and years of documentation, including the government financials that show this. And so the question is, where's all this money going? And one of the things I've looked at in the process of looking at where all this money is going is the underground base and city infrastructure and transportation system that's been built.
What?
And
I'm sorry?
Yes. So we have built an extraordinary number of underground bases and supposedly transportation systems. Some of these are some of these are documented as part of the national security infrastructure. I think there are many more. So,
in the United States?
In the United States, all over the world. But, from 2021 to 2023, I took one of the smartest subscribers in the Solera Report network, and he and I spent 2 years collecting all the data and all the allegations on underground bases. And then we systematically went through and tried to estimate our guess. This is totally a guess of how many underground bases, both underground in the United States, but also underground under the ocean around the United States. And our estimate was 170 with a transportation network connecting them.
And what would be the purpose?
The purpose, if you thought you were going to get a near extinction event, so to me, there are two purposes. You have so many activities going on that you need to keep secret, that you're basically building the capacity to, for example, if you're doing a secret space program, you need to platform it from, things that can't be seen. But I think if you're worried about a near extinction event, that's...
So I know nothing about this other than my only window into it. I knew a contractor who worked on one in Washington, in the city of Washington, D.C.
Right.
And I remember him telling me about a power box, like a transformer box on Constitution Avenue that he told me, because he worked on it personally, was actually the exit, the egress from the White House. That was kind of by vehicle. I thought that was, I was like, really? He goes, oh yeah, no, I installed it. I know. And I thought, well, that's kind of crazy that in the middle of this big city where I was on Constitution Avenue every day, that you could build something like that without me knowing.
Flashback.
I've said I regretted having those dinners, and there's absolutely nothing new on that.
Is there a lesson for you, for
Anyone else looking at this?
Well, he's dead, so in general, you always have to be careful.
Will that ever come out, do you think?
I think part of why Kamala's getting so much support is that if Trump wins, that Epstein client list is going to become public.
Yes.
And some of those billionaires behind Kamala are terrified of that action.
Yeah. Do you think Reid Hoffman's uncomfortable?
Yes. And Gates.
And Gates. Yeah. And I only ask that because you just look at them and you're like, that's a nervous person right there. I don't know. I mean, I assume you know them. Yeah.
A few moments later.
Bill Gates basically built a bunker on every single property that he has. He tunneled under the ground. He went to the houses. His bunkers on average were about $5 million a piece. And my understanding is he did 11 of them. My type of bunker that I usually make is a pre-manufactured bunker. We make it out of steel. We make it in a factory. We put it on a truck and we transport it. And then we set up a crane. We pick it up. We set it down on a concrete pad and we bolt it all together like an erector set. And then we start welding all the seams. We start hooking up all the plumbing, the electrical. We put in generators. We put on an escape tunnel. We fill it with sand and then we cover it up and then we put landscape on top of it. So when we leave, you don't even know we were there.
My name's Angie Morphine Vargas, and I'm mother to Ruben Morphine. He was executed in the streets of Salinas in 1990. 34 years later, I could still cry for him like if it was yesterday.
My name is Maria Vera Vega, and I'm the mother of Marine and Border Patrol agent Javier Vega Jr. Our son, who went by Harvey, was murdered August the 3rd, 2014.
My name is Chris Odette. I'm an angel father. My daughter Krisha was killed September 12th, 2014 by an illegal alien in Rockwall, Texas.
This is my son Ryan and his girlfriend, both poisoned to death by illicit fentanyl. I can't bring my son back, but we are doing all of this to save the future Americans from being poisoned to death by fentanyl.
My name is Agnes Gibney. This is my son Ronald Da Silva, who was murdered by a previously deported criminal illegal alien gang member.
My name is Angel Ma Miriam Mendoza. This is my son, Sergeant Brandon Mendoza of the Mesa, Arizona Police Department, who was killed on May 12, 2014 by a repeat illegal criminal. Thank everybody in this administration for finally paying attention to criminals who harm Americans. We thank the Trump administration from the bottom of our hearts.
Without them, there would be no justice for my daughter.
We're finally getting some justice in this country for our children.
This right here is what should be living here in America, not criminals that are coming in right now.